So good evening, everybody. Last time we talked about, let me share my screen, 1 minute. Can you all, can you all see my screen? Is it clear? All right, okay, right. So let's start. So last time we were talking about the Mercator chart, Mercator projection, right? So then I will send you some questions as well regarding the construction of Mercator charts. Also, I will be uploading the last session today so that you'll be able to see the last session as well. The previous session already uploaded and you can view it in the YouTube. So let's just a quick recap, right? Quick recap on uh, Mercator sailing, right? So if you can remember, Mercator sailing is sailing along a rumb line, right? Uh, when you're sailing along a rumb line, which is in a rumb line, if I draw the longitudes in a Mercator chart, in what is in a rumb line, you can see that all the courses, right, which is equals to each other. That is what is required for navigation. Otherwise, if the courses are changing, like in a great circle sailing, you will not be able to sail easily because you have to alter your course continuously to uh, if you want to do great circle sailing. So in a Mercator sailing, uh, in Mercator sailing, the rumb line, so you'll be doing rumb line sailing where you can sail from one point to another point. There are no any restrictions on distance like in plain sailing. So you can clearly sail, for example, let's say 1,000 miles even, you can clearly sail. So then I explained about the meaning of mean latitude and what is middle latitude. So I'm not going to go back there. I mean, you can check the previous recordings, which is if you want to do a quick recap. So let's go back to Mercator sailing. Today we'll be doing sums. And in Mercator sailing, if you can remember, we derived last time uh, the Mercator sailing formula, which is if uh, if you're going in a northeasterly course, right, then this is going to be your D long, and this is going to be your uh, DMP, right? So difference of meridional paths. I think I shared you. Did I share you the meridional paths? Guys, did I share you the meridional paths? Can somebody tell me whether did I share you the meridional paths?
සර් මේ ගිය සතියේ මම දැම්මා මේ ස්ක්‍රීන්ෂොට් එකක් දාලා මේ ගෲප් එකට. ඒ ටික තියෙනවා ගෲප් එකේ.
No, let me share it again.
ඕකේ සර්.
I'll share it to you because otherwise you will not be able to do the sums without the meridional paths. Give me a minute. So I think I shared. Give me a minute. Let me check. Okay, I just shared you the meridional paths PDF in the group. You can download it. If you're unable to download it, let me know. Have you got it? Is it there in the group?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So without the meridional paths, we will not be able to do any sums. So now let's um, let's go ahead with the Mercator sailing. So here you can see this is going to be the course if it is northeasterly. So the course, now here we can easily derive the formula that tan cos, this is cos. So tan cos is equals to d long divided by dmp. So last time uh, I clearly showed you what is the meaning of meridional part is, right? You can go back to the previous lecture and see what exactly is a meridional part if you wanted to have a quick recap. So right, so the meridional in Mercator sailing, this is the formula which you have to use. Tan cos is equals to d long divided by dmp. So as a navigator, as I'm always telling you, there are three things that you should know. Number one is your course to steer. Number two is the distance to steer, and number three, your position, right, where you are. So if you know how to calculate these three, then you are a good navigator. So next, so the next thing is how to find the distance. Now course, you can easily use this formula to find out the course, right? Then find in the distance. So in order to find the distance, you can use the basic plain sailing formula. In the plain sailing formula, if you can remember, this is departure, this is distance, and this is delat, right? So how can you find out the distance? Very easy. You can see delat here. You can see this is the course, right? This is the course. So delat divided by distance is equals to what, guys? Delat divided by distance is equals to what?
Cos.
Cos. Yes. So I want you to talk, okay, because otherwise I don't know whether you guys are listening or not. Maybe you guys are sleeping. It's already 8 o'clock. Uh, so please make sure that you talk, okay, and give me a feedback of what uh, uh, if there are any questions. Please make sure that you always come back and give me the feedback. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, now there are other types of sailing types which we are not discussing much, right? There are different type of project chart projections as well. But in these sessions, we are basically focusing on Mercator sailing and Mercator projection, right? There are harmonic projection, there are other sorts of different type of projections as well. But we are mostly looking at the Mercator sailing and Mercator projection, because that is where you will be mostly in your sea life. You'll be using Mercator sailing because of the Mercator charts. Even in ECDIS, you are using Mercator sailing. So you can see here from dlat divided by distance is equals to cos uh, cos, right? So from these two formulas, you can easily find out your course and distance, right? So let's do a sum. So maybe in some books, maybe you will see that in some books you will see that the two triangles are in one single triangle, like something like this. But I'm in some books you will see it like this, right? This is DMP, this is D long. But I'm not going to draw it like this. The reason is, the very reason is that you can see if somebody mistakenly put D lat up to here, then your total sum will be wrong. So I do not recommend this method. Always what I'm recommending is that you do it with two triangles. Here you see, I mean previously you saw that I'm using two triangles. So I will do a sum, then you will see, right? So I always recommend that you use two triangles, right, like this. Okay. One is the plain sailing formula and the other one is the Mercator sailing formula. So in the Mercator sailing formula, you are using D long divided by DMP, right, which will give you the course, and there is no any distance coming in. Distance is coming in the plain sailing formula. Distance is equals to D lat and departures at the same course. So if you differentiate these two triangles, uh, then you will not do any mistakes. So that's why I always recommend you to draw two triangles separately, but in some books you will see it's in the same uh, triangle. Let's say now this is a northeasterly course, right? So let's look at the other course, other types of triangles. And for example, if it is southeasterly, right? Your course is southeasterly. Let's see, 1 minute, guys. Okay. So let's see, you are going in on a course of 200 degrees true. So then you have to draw the triangle, right? In that case, you are going southeasterly, sorry, southwesterly. So southwesterly, you have to draw the triangle like this. Remember, always go north or south, go east or west. Give that priority always, otherwise you will not do any mistakes if you do that. Remember that north and south is more powerful than east and west, something like that. Okay. So the course is going to be here, and you are going to draw your triangles like this. So in that case, this is going to be D long, and this is going to be DMP. And this is going to be departure, this is going to be D lat, and this is going to be the distance, right? So this is uh, this is how you have to draw the triangles. So let's do a sum, right? So vessel is moving. I mean, you can do the sum with me. A vessel is moving from A to B, right? So position A, right? Latitude and longitude. If you can remember, there are no any distance restriction when you are doing Mercator sailing. So you can even do 100,000 miles without a issue when you are doing Mercator sailing, right? So let's uh, find out position A is 1 degrees, 20 minutes north. Position A longitude is 100 degrees, 35 minutes east. Position B is latitude 5 degrees, 24 minutes south. Longitude 10 degrees, 10 minutes west. So how to do this sum? I mean, if you can remember, I was always using uh, in order to find the d lot, d let, and d long. I'm always using uh, different method. Guys, I'm having some issues with this notepad. Let me start up a different notepad. I think it's easy if I start up a different one because I'm having some trouble writing here. So give me a minute. I will until I start up a different writing pad. Give me a minute. All right. Okay. Can you all hear me?
Clear, sir.
Okay. Can you see my screen now? Can you
Yes,
see my
can see, sir.
can you see my screen?
Yes, can see, sir.
All right. Okay. So I mean, Microsoft is Microsoft gives me trouble. So let me write down the previous question again. Right. Give me a minute until I write down the previous question. So position A, latitude, longitude, 1 degrees, 20 minutes north, 100 degrees, 35 minutes east. Position B, latitude, 5 degrees, 24 minutes south, longitude, 10 degrees, 10 minutes west. Okay, right. So first we find out the D lat and D long, right? So position A, position B, latitude, longitude, right? So latitude is 1 degrees 20 minutes north. Position B latitude is 5 degrees 24 minutes south. Latitude A longitude is 100 degrees 35 minutes east. Latitude, sorry, position B longitude is 10 degrees 10 minutes west. Right? So position A in north, position B in south. So you are going towards south. So next one, uh, somebody else is joining. Oh, can you all hear me? Okay, okay. So you can see my screen, right? Okay, right. So the let's look at the longitude. So you are in east and 10 degrees west. So you are moving clockwise direction, right? So when you move clockwise direction, you are moving towards west. Okay. So the difference between these two is how much? So you have to add in both cases. So d lat is going to be how much? How much is d lat, guys?
644යි.
All right. Okay. Uh, give me a minute. Uh, all right. Okay. So we have to add 0, 1 degrees, 0, 1 degrees, 20 minutes, and 0, 5 degrees, 24 minutes. So it's 6 degrees 44 minutes north and sorry south. Uh, so let's calculate how much it is in. So it's 404 minutes. Okay. So I will be straight away writing the minutes, right? So let's double check whether it is correct or not. 36, 44, yeah, 404. Right. So next one is longitude is 100. I will share you uh, this HTML page which I created uh, because I'm not using a um, scientific calculator, so I developed this one. Then it will be easy for you guys to calculate. And let's convert. It is 110 degrees, uh, 45, which is going to be 6,645. Are we correct? Am I right? Okay, 6,645. I will share you this. You can use it in your computers or in your phones. It's a simple HTML calculation sheet. So you don't need to worry about it to work in iOS as well. Right. So you can see the triangle is going to be southwesterly. So we have to draw two triangles. Sorry, this is southeasterly. This is southwesterly, right? So always remember you go south, then go west. Go south, go west, right? So the first one is DMP. Then this next one is D long. The other one is the let, and the other one is departure and distance. And I forgot one thing. Normally, what I do is I will just delete this one. Normally, what I do is if I'm doing Mercator sailing, I always write down the DMP as well here. So let's write down the meridional paths as well, so we can easily find out DMP here, right? So because this is D lat, this is D long, and what is the meridional part? Let's look at what is the meridional part for uh, 0, 1 degrees 20 minutes north. Give me a minute until assume that you all already have the meridional parts, right? Do you have them? I mean, did you manage to download it? Guys, did you manage to download the meridional paths?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So the meridional paths are here, and let's see. What we need is what we need is 0, 1 degrees 20 minutes north. So let's go here. 0, 1 degrees 20 minutes north. 0, 1 degree here, right? And 20 minutes north is here, 79.46. Okay, 0, 1 degrees 79.46. So let's write down that one. Uh, 79.46, and that is north, right? And the next meridional part is uh, 5 degrees 24 south. So let's go to 5 degrees. 5 degrees is here, and 24 south, 5 degrees 24 minutes is here, and that is 322 decimal 28. 322 decimal 28. Okay, 322 decimal 28, which is south. Now in that case, right, in that case, you can see because this is in two different hemispheres, you have to add these two. If it is in the same hemisphere, if it is having the same sign, then you have to find out the difference between those two. But in this case, since it is in two different, since it is having two different signs, you have to add these two. So let's add this one, and you can find out the DMP once you add it. So the DMP is going to be 79 decimal 46 plus 322 decimal 28, which is 401 decimal 74, right? 79 decimal 46 plus 322 decimal 74, which is 402. Oh, have I done a mistake? 79 decimal 46 plus 322 decimal 28, which is 401.74. Yes, right. So you have the DMP now. This is DMP. Okay, and let's move on to this is cos, this is cos, this is cos. Okay, so here you can see cos is equals to tan cos is equals to d long divided by d mp. D long is equals to 6,645, or this is going to be a very close, this cos is going to be very close to 90 degrees. But anyway, let's see. DMP is 401 decimal 74. So that means 6645 decimal 401 decimal 74, which is going to be 16.54. Did you all got the answer? Is my answer is correct, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So 16.54, then cos is equals to at least one decimal place you have to find out. Uh, Shift tan inverse 16.54, which is 86 decimal 5 degrees, and this is coming in quadrantal course. Now you can see it is southwesterly course, so this is going to be south and this is going to be west. Let me write it down clearly. So the course is going to be southwesterly 86.5. Is the answer is correct, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we have to convert into 3-digit course. So what will happen? You have to add 180 plus 86.5 is 266 decimal 5. But as I told you, you are not going to keep decimal places in 3-digit courses. So in that case, I will write it as 267 decimal, 267 degrees true, right? So this is going to be your course. But whenever you are doing a calculation, you make sure that you always use the decimal places when you are doing calculations. Okay. So because in the next step, we are going to find out the distance. You already have the course and you have to find out the distance. So you can see distance divided by dlat divided by distance is equals to uh, cos cos, right? Are we clear? Yeah. So in that case, dlat is how much? Dlat is 404. Dlat is 404. Then distance is equals to cos 86.5. Do not use your 3-digit course here. Do not use this one. Okay. So you always use your quadrantal course. Don't worry about using the quadrantal course. You always use the quadrantal course with a decimal place. Do not do any calculations when you are using an angle without decimal places. Make sure that you always put the decimal places. So in that case, distance is equals to uh, 404 divided by cos 86.5 degrees, right? So 404 divided by cos 86.5, which is the distance is coming here. It's very large. Mm. So the distance is 6,617 decimal 7 nautical miles. So the course and distance of in Mercator sailing, which is equals to course is 267 degrees true, and the distance is 6617 decimal 7 nautical miles. Have you got the answer? Did you all got the answer?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now there is one thing, right? I'm sure the people who are already in the classes doing your class 3, I'm sure you know how to do interpolation. But maybe there are people who are not familiar with interpolation here. Uh, may I know, is there any person here who is not doing your class 3, but you're planning to do your class 3? So is there any persons who are not attending classes? All right, okay, good. So in that case, let's do the interpolation as well. Now the interpolation is I'm sure even I have even met some mates who are having issues with yeah, Chavit, you have a question?
Yes, sir. දැන් අපේ මේකේ මේ දැන් course අපිට ආපු course එක දෙනවා දැන් 86.5 නේ සර් ගත්තේ.
Yes.
දැන් අපි මේක මේ මම ගත්තේ අතන 54 කියලා ගත්තා. 54 වුණ ගමන්ම සාමාන්‍යයෙන් miles ටිකක් 80කින් 70කින් 80කින් වගේ ගානකින් වෙනස් වෙනවා මේ උත්තරේ කවුලක් නැද්ද?
නෑ, decimal places දෙකක් ගන්න එක ඔගොල්ලෝ සේල් කරද්දී ඒක සෑහෙන්න වැදගත්. Right? For the question paper, this is okay. But මේකේ තව ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. ඒක තමයි ඔගොල්ලෝ calculator එකෙන් ගන්න amount එකටයි Excel sheet එකකට දැම්මම එන amount එකේ වෙනසක් එනවා. මොකද Excel sheet එක in computers Excel sheet එක use කරනවා 2 to the power 8. ඒ කියන්නේ බයිට් එකක් ඔගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා ඇතිනේ මේ බයිට්ස් ගැන. bits and bytes එක එයාගේ decimal places 256කට එයා calculate කරන්නේ. 256 decimal places වලට. So Excel sheet එකේ calculation එක සහ ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ calculator එක අතර වෙනසක් තියෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඊට අමතරව as you said correctly දැන් මම මෙතන එක decimal place එකයි ගත්තේ. right? but ඕගොල්ලෝ sale කරද්දී 80 nautical miles කියන්නේ මේ වගේ distance එකකට it's a considerable amount. ඒකෙන්ද 2 decimal places ගත්තයි කියන එක හානියක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක ගොඩක් තව accurate. හැබැයි Excel sheet එකට ඔයගොල්ලෝ දාද්දී ඔයගොල්ලන්ට සමහරකට වෙනසක් පෙනෙයි. ඔය දැන් නැව්වල එහෙම මේ ඔය මේ සමහරකට කම්පැනියෙන් දීපු ඒවා තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් කවුරුහරි හදපු එකක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේ තැන්වල ඔයගොල්ලෝ අතින් හදන එකයි Excel sheet එකෙන් හදන එකයි අතර වෙනසක් දකි සමහරකට. ඒකට හේතුව number of decimal places used for calculation. දැන් මම මේක දැන් මේ උගන්ගේ එක්සෑම් එකට මේ හොඳටම ඇති එක්සෑම් එක පාස් වෙන්න, but in real life once you go on board it's better you do at least for 2 decimal places. But anyway, we will be doing a course card. When we are doing the course card, right, uh, let's see how you are calculating, because you have to create a passage plan. In the passage plan you have to attach your course card. That means what are the courses you are supposed to say from waypoint to waypoint, and what is the distance you have to go, and what is the total distance in the passage, and what is the distance to go into each waypoint. So these values you have to find out. So let's do a course card as well, which is a very practical thing that you will be doing on board. Unfortunately, I'm not sure whether you have anything as such coming in near exams. So anyway, before we go into that detail, let's look at the interpolation. Chamit, are we clear?
Yes, sir. Clear. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So uh, before we go into that detail, let's look at interpolation, because I have met so many guys who is having issues with interpolation. What is interpolation is, now you can see here, for example, let's assume that we need to find out the meridional part 4, 0, 1 degrees, 25.9 minutes north. Now you have a decimal place as well. But here, if you go here, you will see that, 1 degrees, okay, 25 decimal, it is given for 25 and 26. 25 here, 26 is here. Can you see that, guys? Are we clear? Yeah. So now we have to interpolate in between, right? We have to interpolate in between 25 and 26 for 25.9, because I have given you 25.9. So we have to interpolate in between 25 and 26 in order to find out what is the value in between these two, right? So for smaller courses, this is very much important. If you do not calculate that one, your answers will be, your course and distance will be different. You do not need your ship to go in a different lane or different location or in a different courses and distances. So your course and distance needs to be very accurate as a navigator. If you cannot find out the course and distance accurately, you are not a good navigator, right? So in that case, make sure that you do the interpolation and find out what the exact amount which is coming after the interpolation, right? So interpolation is basically finding out the values in between the given values. Okay, between, now what we need is 25.9, 25 is given, 26 is given, so we have to find out. So let's go to 1 degree. This is 1 degree and 20. So let me write down here. Let me write down here. I'm sure you can see. Um, so you can see 1 degree here. So under 1 degree, you can see um, 25 minutes and 26 minutes. So for 25 minutes, the meridional part is 84.43. Okay. For 26 minutes, it is 85.42. Okay. I'm sure there are people who attended my classes, my physical classes. I have taught you about interpolation in a simple way. So I'm going to use the same method in order to teach you how to do the interpolation. Now in this case, what we need to find out, so what you have to do is very simple. You write it down like this. When you write it down like this, you draw these two lines like this. Then what we need to find out is 25.9, and you draw another line like this. And here you put answer like this. So if you do it like this, it is very easy, right? Then you don't need to think of anything, what will happen, or what will happen if it is minus values, what will happen if it is plus values. You don't need to think anything else, anything like that. So let's interpolate, right, to see how much is the value. So what you have to do, why I draw these two lines, let me use a different color. I draw these two lines just to show you my operation. So the first operation is, this line is representing the first operation, that is 25.9 minus 25. That is for this line. The next line is this one, divided by 26 minus 25. So this side is completed, and go to the other side. Here the same operation, answer minus 84.43 divided by 85.42 minus Okay, 84.43. Are we clear? Are we clear, guys? Have you understood what I did?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So it's very simple. You draw it like this. Now you have to find out. So this is the top part is going to be 0.9 and the bottom part is going to be 1 and answer minus 84.43 and this part is how much? 85.42 minus 84.43 is 0.99. Are we clear? Yeah, 0.99. So now we have to find out what is the answer is. It's very simple. Answer is equals to 0. This one will go to this side, 0.9. When you divide it by 1, nothing is happening. It's basically same value. So 0.99 and this part will go to the here as plus. So 84.43 plus. Okay. So the answer is going to be 0.9 into 0.99 plus 84.43 which is 85.321. Have you got the answer? Are we clear? Okay, let's do another one. Let's find out 3 degrees. Mm, 3 degrees, 10.2 minutes north. What is the meridional part? So let me do it again as well. You can, you can do it with me if you're already doing it, right? So let's write down 3 degrees. So under 3 degrees, you can see it is coming between 10 and 11 because we need to find out 10.2. So it is coming between 10 and 11. So I will write down 10 here and 11 here, right? These are minutes, not degrees. So I will write down 10 here and 11 here. And the values for 10 here is 188.80, 188.80, and for 11 is 189.80, 189.80. Okay, so if you can remember the operation that I did, let me write down in a different color. What we need to find out is 10.2. So I draw the lines and like this. Okay, so let's do the calculation. So this one minus this one, which is 10.2 minus 10 divided by this one minus this one, 11 minus 10, which is equals to this one, answer minus 188.80 divided by this one, 189.80 minus 188.80. 0, which is going to be 0.2, and this is going to be 1. Answer minus 188.80 divided by 189.80, 188.80, which is equals to 1. Okay, so it's very easy, nothing much to do. Okay, right, so 1 is equals to, I mean, once you divide any value from 1 is basically the same value. So it's going to be answer is equals to 188.80 plus 0.2, which is how much? 189. Are we clear, guys? All right. 188.80 plus 0.2, which is 189. So let's do another Mercator sailing sum. Then we'll move on to the next celestial navigation, but I will not be going in detail today because from next session onwards we will be going in detail with the definitions and everything on celestial navigation. Since today we started a little bit late, uh, so it will be a fresh start. And this Saturday, shall we have the classes on this Saturday, guys? How about others? Okay, okay, okay. So, in that case, now let's do another Mercator sailing sum. Position A, you are sailing from position A to position B. Okay, latitude, longitude, latitude, longitude. Let's say 10 degrees, 25.9 minutes north, 178 degrees, 35 minutes east, right? Here it is 5 degrees, 15.2 minutes south, 170 degrees, 44 minutes west. Okay, you can do the sum and tell me the answer. So while I calculate, you can also calculate and just put the answer in the chat box. All right, so position A, position B, latitude, longitude, meridional part. Right, latitude is 10 degrees, 25.9. Position B, latitude is 5 degrees, 15.2 south. This is north. Longitude is position A, 178 degrees, 35 minutes east. Position B is 170 degrees, 44 west. So let's straight away find out what are the meridional paths are. Right. So the meridional path for 10 degrees, 25. Give me a minute, guys. I lost it. Okay, so 10 degrees is here. And what we need is 25 decimal 9 here. So we have to interpolate now. Okay. If you're good in mathematics, you can even interpolate from your mind as well, right? If you're good in mathematics. But I will do the hard way uh, so that you can see uh, uh, the interpolation. Right. So what we need is 25 decimal 9. So we need 25 and we need 26. And what are the value for 25? 10 degrees 25 is 624 decimal 24. 624 decimal 24 and 26 is 625 decimal 25. Okay, so what we need to find out is 25 decimal 9, right? Yeah, 25 decimal 9. So let me so right, so it is going to be 25 decimal 9 minus 25, 26 minus 25, 625 decimal 25 minus 624 decimal 24 divided by, sorry, here I did a mistake. Answer minus 624 decimal 24 divided by 625 decimal 25 minus 624 decimal 24. Right, so it is going to be 25 decimal 9 is 0.9 divided by 1. Answer minus 624 decimal 24 divided by 625 decimal 25 minus 624 decimal 24 is 1.01. Okay, so the answer is going to be, I will write down the answer straight up. Answer equals to 0.9 into 1.01 plus 624 decimal 24. Okay, so 0.9 into 1.01 plus 624 decimal 24 is 625 decimal 149. Are we clear, guys? So let's round it up to 2 decimal places, which is going to be 1 5. Are we clear? You got the answer? You guys are doing the calculation or just basically looking at my calculation? Have you got the answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
මේ
right.
කැලලා කඩලා මේ පත්තර ගන්න කොහෙ හරි.
So
තියෙන මෙච්චර ඕනේ නැහැ.
149. Right. So here the meridional part is going to be 625 decimal 15. Right. 625 decimal 15. And I will erase this one so that we can write down the next interpolation in the same location. Okay, so next one is how much we have to find out. 5 degrees 15 decimal 5 degrees 15 decimal 2 is here. One moment. Okay. Can you all see my screen? Alright, okay. So so what we need to find out is 5 degrees 15 decimal 2. So 15 is here, 5 degrees is here in this line, and 15 is here. So it is 313 decimal 30 and 314 decimal 30. And it's a very easy one. What we need is 15 decimal 2. You can even give the answer straight up, right? Basically, we have to add 0.2 here, so the answer is going to be 313 decimal 5. But let's do it. Let's see whether the answer is correct. So answer should be 313 decimal 313 decimal 5. Answer should be this. But let's do the interpolation and see. So what we need is 15 and 16. And for 15, the value is 313 decimal 30, and the next one is 314 decimal 30. 15 decimal, what we need is 15 decimal 2, and answer here. Okay, so I'm going to write down straight away. This my 15.2 minus 15 is 0.2, and 16 minus 15 is 1, and answer minus 313 decimal 30. Then this is going to be 314 decimal 30 minus 313 decimal 30 is 1. So the answer is very simple. Answer is equals to 313 decimal 30 plus 0.2, which is 313 decimal 5. Are we clear, guys? All right. Okay. So you guys are following, huh? Okay. So we have the meridian pass. Let me wipe down this one. This is not required. All right. So let's look at the DLAT, DLong, and DMP. How much is DLang, DLong, and DMP? So 5. Let's go to cross G. So in this case, you are in north, coming towards south. Okay. So the sign is going to be south. In this case, you are in A is here, easterly, and B here, westerly. Okay. And A to B, the shortest distance is this distance, anti-clockwise direction. So your direction is going to be east or west, guys. Is it east or west? Easterly, very good. So it is east. How about the others? Others are very silent. Guys, අනිත් කට්ටිය වැඩි සද්දයක් නැහැ. මේ are you following or
හරි සර් උත්තරය අවශ්‍යයි.
all right, okay. Right, good, Colin. Good, Javit. Okay, all right. So let's do the calculation and see what we need to add is 10 degrees 25. So in this case, we have to add 10 degrees 25 decimal 9. Next one is 5 degrees 15 decimal 2. So that is 15 degrees 41 and 15 degrees 41 decimal 1, which is 941 decimal 1. D lat is 941 decimal 1. All right, okay. So next one is D long, but in this case you can see you have to subtract. You add these two and subtract it by 360. So once you add these two, it is going to be 178.35 and value B is 170 decimal, sorry, 44 minutes, 78.35 and 44, okay. So 349.19. So we have to subtract it by 360. So 349.19, which is going to be, oh, subtract, we have to subtract. 10 degrees 41 minutes. When we convert that one into minutes, 10 degrees 41 minutes, when you convert it is 641. So 641 is your D long, and then we have to add meridional parts, which is 625.15. I'm developing a website for navigational calculations. So once I complete that one, I will share it with you guys. I mean, it's easily, instead of putting up using your calculator, you can put it into this website and you can easily get the answers. But so for the time being, let's do it like this. And this is north and south. So in this case, we have to add these two. So once you add 625 decimal 15 plus 313 decimal 5, which is 938 decimal 65. Is my values are correct? I'm sure you have, some of you have done it already. Is my values are correct? All right, okay. So we are good, and let's find out. You draw the triangle. Now south easterly. This is the triangle. Okay. Cos, cos, D long, DMP, distance, let if you want you can put departure, but which is not required here in this case. Departure, this is plane sailing formula, right? So tan cos is equals to, why I am asking you to draw the triangle is, it will be like when you answer like this, your total answer is complete. Nobody can uh, cut any marks unless otherwise you have done a fundamental mistakes or arithmetic mistakes. But if you do this, I mean, if you follow this standard method, everything is included in the answer. For example, if you don't draw the triangles, then you will be having trouble finding out the actual 3-digit course. So I suggest and I strongly recommend that you always draw the triangles, right? So tan cos and d long divided by dmp. So d long is how much? D long is 641 and dmp is 938.65. So the cos is equals to let's go with two decimal places. I mean, it's better if you go with two decimal places. Let's so 938.65 tan inverse 641 divided by 138 decimal 65, which is 0.6829 and tan, sorry, 0.6829. So tan inverse 0.6829, which is 34 degrees 3 3. In this case, I went into two decimal places. It will be much more accurate, right? So south easterly course 34 decimal 33. Have you got the answer? Is this course is correct? All right, okay. So 180 minus 34 decimal 33 is 145. So the 3-digit course is 145 or 46 degrees. True. This is the course, 3-digit course. This is the quadrantal course, and then let's go on to find out distance. D lat divided by distance is equals to cos. So in this case, d lat is equals to how much? 941 decimal 1, which is 941 decimal 1 divided by distance is equals to cos 34 decimal 33, and the distance equals to distance equals to 941 divided by cos 34.33, which is 1139 decimal 5 nautical miles. Is my answer is correct?
Hari sir.
Okay, okay. Now, any of you, do you have your previous company coast card with you guys? Coast card in the bridge, passage plan, coast card. Do you have any of you? Uh, do you have it? Is it available with you? Every company is having a standard coast card uh, kind of a template. Um, do you have it? Nobody? Let me take a 1 minute break and I will come back. So until such time, if you anybody have the card, coast card, please share it here in the group. Give me a minute. I'll come back in 1 minute. I'll drink some water and come. All right. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a coast card. This is very relevant for your job. Okay. මම මේ කරන්න යන්නේ coast card එකක් හදන්න යන්නේ. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ exam එකේ මේවා එන්නේ නැහැ. මම දන්න තරමින්. Right? ඒකින්ද but this is going to be your job. Okay. මේක ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ job එකට directly related part එකක් මම මේ පෙන්වන්න යන්නේ. මේක හදන්නේ කොහොමද? මේකට මොකද්ද කරන්න ඕනේ? Right? Uh, uh, so let's see whether I can find out my previous company coast card. Any of you have your company coast card? Passage plan එක මේකත් කාගාවගේ තියෙනවද? No? Okay. Let me share you One Coast Guard. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay. Have you guys seen something like this? Can you see my screen? Have you guys seen something like this? Why the uh, why somebody is putting thumbs down? මෙහෙම එකක් දැකලා තියෙනවද? I talk in සිංහල. දැකලා තියෙනවනේ? No? Okay. Um, right, before we go proceed into the next sections, before we proceed into the next sections, let me know. Let me talk in සිංහල. මෙතන ඉන්නවද එක්සෑම් එක තාම ඒ කියන්නේ එක්සෑම් එක කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තුවෙන් මේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක ඉගෙන ගන්න කවුරු හරි ඉන්නවද මෙතන? ඉස්සෙල්ලා එක්කෙනෙක් හිටියා. Yes. Okay. Anybody else? නැත්නම් අනිත් ඔක්කොමලා එක්සෑම්ස් කරන කට්ටිය. Okay. Right. දැන් මේක පොඩ්ඩක් ඉම්පෝටන්ට් පාර්ට් එකක්. right? පොඩ්ඩක් නෙමෙයි හොඳටම ඉම්පෝටන්ට් පාර්ට් එකක්. මොකද මේ මම මේක සිංහලෙන් කියන්නම් ටිකක්. මේක තමයි ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ basically දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ හිතන්න කොළඹ ඉඳලා සවුත් ඇෆ්‍රිකා යනවා නම් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ship එක as a second mate, third mate ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේ exam එක OOW කියන exam එක කරන්නේ මේ සම්බන්ධයෙන්. OOW කියන්නේ Office of the Watch. එතකොට Office of the Watch කිව්වම navigation officer third second officer වෙනවා. සමහර කම්පැනි වල navigation officer third officer ත් ඉන්නවා. එතකොට third officer හෝ second officer වේවා මේ ජූනියර් officer තමයි මේ passage plan එක හදන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ for example දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ඉඳලා යනවා සිංගප්පූරුවට. එතකොට සිංගප්පූරුවට යද්දී ඕගොල්ලෝ කොහොමද යන්නේ? මේ වේ පොයින්ට්ස් මොනවද? ඒවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඩිසයිඩ් කරන්න ඕනේ. ඒ ඩිසයිඩ් කරලා ඒක ගන්න ඕනේ මෙන්න මේ වගේ ස්ක්‍රීන් එක. මේ වගේ මේ ටේබල් එකකට. right? මේක ඔගොල්ලෝ එක්සෑම් එකේදී ඉගෙන ගන්නේ නෑ. මොකද ඔයගොල්ලෝ යූස් කරන්නේ එක chart එකක්. ඒ chart එකේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ courses කීපයක් ගහලා ඒ courses එක divider එකෙන් දිග මැනලා සහ මේ parallel එකෙන් courses ටික මැනලා ඒක මේ chart එක මේ table එකට enter connect කරන්නේ. But that is not what you are going to do once you go on board. So let me talk in English as well. This is when you're taking a ship from, let's say, Colombo to uh, uh, England, okay, UK. So when you're going from Colombo to UK, when you're going from Colombo to UK, you have maybe you'll be going through the Suez Canal, right? So when you're going through the Suez Canal, there are so many courses needs to be laid down, right? First, you have to pass Indian West Coast, then the Indian Ocean, then you'll be coming near, you will coming to Red Sea, then you have to pass through Suez Canal, and from the Suez Canal you are entering the Mediterranean to Gibraltar to along the Portugal, France coast to UK. So it's a massive, big passage, right? So when you're making such a passage, there are so many waypoints, so many courses are coming in. But in the exam, unfortunately, you are basically using one single chart and you are putting some couple of waypoints and courses, and you are finding out the distance and the course by using your divider and your parallel ruler. That is not what is happening on board. You can't do that. Okay. So yeah, once you go on board, you have to basically calculate the course and distance by using the Mercator sailing. The same thing what we did previously. I mean the calculation what we did earlier. It's the same method that you have to use in this case. So now you can see here in you can see the waypoints are numbered here 15, 16, 17, 18. Likewise, the waypoints are numbered. So you can give whatever the number you want into then you have the waypoint have been given a name as well, right? Let's say of this island or of this buoy or something like that. So waypoint is given a place, name and geographical name. But on top of that, you can see this is the coast guard. This is not the full passage plan. This is basically the coast guard. Okay. So in this coast guard, you have the vessel name on the top, the voyage information, then the vessel draft forward and aft, then the voyage number, from where to where, what is your departure port, what is your arrival port, right? Then voyage stage, maybe something to do with the passage and we don't know what is that, what does that mean, what is the meaning of this voyage stage means. So the date uh, is also there. So now you can see here the waypoints are, I mean you can see the waypoints also mentioned here: 51 degrees, 27.51 minutes north, 0 degrees, 17.23 minutes east. Then you can see the true course is given from waypoint 15 to 16, right? And what is the distance from waypoint 15 to 16? Then distance to go, right here, uh, to the, now you can see distance to go is reducing. Can you see that? Can you see that the distance to go is reducing, right? So this is the total distance to go from waypoint 15 to whatever the end waypoint, right? Then what is the fix method? Fix method means how you are going to find your position, right? And I have no idea why they have mentioned here auto plot. Okay, you have to mention here what is your position fixing method, right? So what is the position fixing method is you have to basically say maybe the GPS, maybe range and bearing, or maybe celestial observation, whatever the method you have to mention it here. But I'm not sure why they have put autoplot. This is in the internet. I just downloaded it from the internet and they have mentioned here autoplot. So nobody's going to, I mean, in the EGDIS and using the GPS, yeah, it is automatically plotting. But that is, I mean, that is not a good answer because as a navigator, any equipment can fail. It's possible to fail, right? Your GPS can fail, your EGDIS can fail. So in that case, you have to double check your position by using another position fixing method. That method you have to mention here. Are we clear, guys? Are you listening? All right. Okay. So that fixing method needs to be mentioned here. Then how many, at what frequency you have to fix the position. This, I mean, this is a good example that this information is not so good, right? Whoever have completed this course card is I mean, it's not that good because you can see it's, I mean, it's basically cut and paste job, right? Then the relevant chart numbers, relevant temporary and preliminary notices, and navigational warnings, environmental issues, additional comments, blah, blah, blah. So they have mentioned here. So whatever the additional information or the comments, you can mention here. For example, let's say you are approaching a pilot station. You can say, call pilot on channel 16 or whatever the number, right? Or call the vessel traffic services in this number or in this channel, or whatever the information that you want to mention here, you can mention here, right? But in our case, we are focusing how to create this coast guard. Okay. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Are you following me? Are you following me?
Yes, sir, yes.
All right. So then, okay, let's say you are in Colombo. This is Colombo, and you are going to South Africa, right? South Africa is here, right? So what you normally do, you have a pilotage. From here to here, you are taking the pilotage, right? So the pilot will be getting down at this position. So we call it pilotage, right? This is Colombo Port, and this is your berth. Okay, this is South African port, and this is your berth. So berth, you are going to drop the pilot, and then you will be starting the sea passage. Then you will be coming into a certain location near South Africa, right? Which is given in, you must be able to find out where you are going to get your pilot. So that is given in publications. So when you are doing your exams, you must be very thorough on this information, where to find out, in which book it is given, how to find out, whom to call, at what frequency to call them, and what VHF channels. So all this information should be given in the passage plan. So that information you have to find out as the navigating officer. Anyway, so the ship will be coming from this point to this point, and the ship will be taking various courses to reach this point. Then from here to the berth, again, pilotage. Okay. Now my question is, guys, your passage plan and your coast guard, from what point to what point you are going to create? Can somebody answer? You have waypoints, 20 waypoints. Let's say this is waypoint 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, and this is 7. Right. Can somebody tell me your course card and your passage plan? From what waypoint to what waypoint you are going to create? Come on, guys, tell me. මම සිංහලෙන් කියන්න. මෙතන පැසේජ් ප්ලෑන් එක සහ කෝස් කාඩ් එක මොන වේ පොයින්ට් එකක ඉඳලා මොන වේ පොයින්ට් එකට යනකන්ද ඔයගොල්ලෝ හදන්නේ?
1 to 7.
1 to 7. Anybody else? Anybody else, guys? Go exam කරන කට්ටිය. Tell me.
1 to 6, sir.
1 to 6. Okay. Right. Okay. So, I mean, it's almost like another 10 minutes remaining. So, in that case, I'll explain. You have to create your passage plan and course card birth to birth, not 1 to 6 or 1 to 7. It should be from this point to this point, birth to birth. Okay, let me rephrase it again. Birth to birth. Okay, even though you are taking the pilot, you have to create the passage plan for the pilotage as well. Are we clear, guys? So let me try to do some chart work with you guys. Not to prepare you for exam. I'm sure you can do your exam by doing something, these running fixes and stuff. But I would like to do something much more relevant and practical with your job. Let's try to arrange a session, I mean physical session for chart work. If you guys can organize such a session, that is fantastic because I'm pretty much busy. If you can organize, let me know a location and a date so that I will come and teach you guys. Anyways, so make sure that your passage plan is from birth to birth. It's not, that has nothing to do with from waypoint 1 to waypoint 6, right? So this, you always make sure even in your oral exam, if somebody asks you your passage plan is from where to where, or even port state control comes in, they will ask you your passage plan. I can remember one of my vessel, right, in Turkey, we were just about to get detained. The reason was the second mate have not done pilotage passage plan. Okay, he was signing off because he was lazy, and the other thing is he was signing off, so he have not done the passage plan for the pilotage. What happened? The port state control came in on board and they were just about to detain the vessel, so we had to convince them a lot, right? So I managed to pass this without detaining the vessel, but unfortunately the second mate, since he was signing off and since he was a bit lazy, he didn't do the pilotage passage plan, and that was a serious non-conformity. Right. So anyway, just remember it is birth to birth, right? You have to keep this in your mind very strongly that your passage plan should be birth to birth and your course card should be from birth to birth, right? So now the pilotage, right, is from birth to the pilot, pilot to the birth, okay? Then in between, we basically call this piece as the sea passage. Are we clear? Okay. So, as I told you, the course card and the passage plan is from birth to birth. Even though pilot, once you take the pilot, you will be like going so much of waypoints will be coming in, but you don't have a choice. All these waypoints should be reflected in your passage plan. Okay. that needs to be there. Maybe there will be 100 waypoints coming in just for the pilotage, but still everything needs to be there in your passage plan. Okay. Uh, you can't say that because the pilot is there, he will take the vessel from here and he will take the shortcuts and whatever it is. No, no, it's not like that. In the passage plan, you have to make sure that all the waypoints are there from berth to berth. So let's now look at how to create a course card, right? So we will take the previous example course card. Um, okay, so you all can see what I'm writing, right? Okay, now the first thing is waypoint number, then your latitude and longitude of the waypoint. Shit. So latitude and longitude. Okay. Next one you can see here. I mean, we can use the same standard method, but standard. I mean, you can't say it is a standard method. I mean, almost all the course cards are like that. 1 minute. Let me. All right. Okay. You can't say this is the standard. It's not like that. It depends on your company, right? Company will be give you in your ISM manuals what is the coast guard format and what are the numbers that you have to enter and blah blah blah. Everything will be there in your ISM manuals once you go on board, and that is something to do with the company. So in your SMS it will be there, right? But anyway, let's take this as an example. So you have latitude and longitude, right? I just put it in two different columns, but that's okay. So the next one is the true course, right? Next one is the distance between waypoint to the waypoint, then the distance to go, okay? Fix method, position fixing method, position fixing interval, right? Then remarks. So let me write down. This is waypoint number, waypoint number, latitude, longitude, true course, distance in nautical miles, then distance to go. DTG means distance to go, then fixing method. I'm not talking about the fixing method now. Uh, then fixing interval, uh, then remarks. Okay, if you want to add more columns, you can add, but let's make a simple course card. So your first waypoint, we don't know where it is. Whatever it is, your first waypoint is uh, maybe the berth, right? So you can give a name to the let's add another column because I forgot the name column. Let's add another column. Okay, so this is the waypoint number and this is the name of the waypoint. You can give whatever the name you want. Um, okay, so let's do two of them. Mm. So your first waypoint, and you can say off island something, right? And your latitude is Seago 1 degrees 25 minutes north. Longitude is Seago 2 degrees 14 minutes 14.65 minutes east, right? So your waypoint 2 is your waypoint oh, shit. Your waypoint 2 is whatever the number, whatever the name that you want to give, right? Uh, just keep it blank. So your waypoint 2 is Seago 2 degrees 25 decimal 4 minutes north. Then Seago 4 degrees 15 decimal 6 minutes east. Now you can see, now you have to calculate. Okay, use the Mercator sailing, use the method that we have done previously, right, earlier. By using the Mercator sailing, now you can easily calculate, right? You can do this in ECDIS without nothing, okay? But first you have to pass your exam now, so you should know how to do it manually. In ECDIS, this is basically automated, right? You're getting everything calculated. But I assume that some ships are still not fixed with ECDIS, so you have to do it manually, right? So now you have to calculate the true course between these two here. So you have to write down the true course. It's assumed that this is not the actual true course, but let's say 0.45 degrees true. I'm just writing this as a some example, okay? Don't mix up. This is not the actual course which you have to calculate the actual course by using the Mercator sailing. Are we clear, guys? Right? මම මේක සිංහලෙන් කියන්නම්. දැන් actual course එක ඕගොල්ලෝ waypoint 1 එකේ ඉඳලා waypoint 2 එකට calculate කරන්න ඕනේ Mercator sailing පාවිච්චි කරලා. Okay? calculate කරලා තමයි මෙතන ලියන්න ඕනේ. මම මේ sample example එකක් හැටියට තමයි C045 ලිව්වේ. Right? Then the distance from waypoint 1 to waypoint 2, maybe it's 105 decimal 2 nautical miles. Right? Right? Then you cannot write the distance to go now. Okay. First you have to complete the course card. Then only the distance to go can be completed. So let's say um, you complete up to 5 uh, waypoints. So you write down the latitude and longitude, take it from the chart, put it into this course card, then you calculate. Let's say this is equal 67 from 2 to 3. 2 to 3 is equal 67. Then the distance is 95 miles. Okay. Then 3 to 4. 3 to 4 is, let's say, 1 to 3 degrees true. Okay. Then you are doing 15 nautical miles there. Right. Then the next one is between waypoint 3 to waypoint 4 is 1, 2, 3. Then waypoint 4 to waypoint 5 is, let's say, 0, 6, 5 degrees true. And the distance is 167 decimal 2 nautical miles. Now you can see from this is your end waypoint. Okay, this is your end waypoint. You cannot see what I'm writing, no? Oh, I have to do it again because you guys did not inform. This one was covering. Did you all see? I mean, did you all saw what I was writing?
නෑ සර්
දැක්කේ නෑ නේද?
දැක්කේ නෑ සර් දැක්කේ නෑ.
Okay, okay. I will do it again. දැන් මම කරේ මෙච්චරයි. Right? දැන් පේනවද? Okay. Whenever you cannot see anything because I'm putting different windows here. Whenever you cannot see, please always inform. Otherwise, we have to repeat the same thing again. So please make sure that somebody come up and inform me because sometimes I cannot. I'm just straight away doing the lecture. I cannot. Sometimes I forget. Right. Uh, okay. So what I did was I just completed the waypoints first. You go to the chart, take the waypoints that you have marked, and come to the coast guard. So in my passage, when I have 5 waypoints, now I have completed the waypoint positions. Okay, so I have 5 waypoints I have completed. Now, how to calculate this? When you are calculating the true course, you have to calculate from waypoint 1 to waypoint 5, which is 045 degrees. Waypoint 1 to waypoint 2, sorry, waypoint 1 to waypoint 2. Waypoint 1 to waypoint 2 is 045 degrees. Waypoint 1 to waypoint 2 is 105 decimal 2 nautical miles. Then waypoint 2 to waypoint 3 course is 067. Waypoint 2 to waypoint 3 distance is 95 miles. Likewise, you have to find out what are the courses and distance from waypoint 3 to 4, 4 to 5, likewise. So in this case, let's say waypoint 3 to 4 is 135 degrees true and 25.2 nautical miles. And this is, let's say 067 degrees true from waypoint 4 to waypoint 5. And your last distance is 12.2 nautical miles. Now you can see the fifth one is going to be blank. Right? Why? Because in waypoint 4 to 5, you have already found out the course, right? You have already found out the distance. So 4 to 5, these two will be blank. Are we clear? Are we clear, guys?
Understood well, sir.
Okay, okay. So now do not go to, I mean, now only you can find out the distance to go. Now you can see the total distance to go is 105 decimal 2 plus 95 plus 25.2 plus 12.2. Are we clear? So the total distance to go is going to be how much? Tell me guys, how much? You have to add all this. Add and tell me. How much? Guys, I'm expecting your focus and commitment because I'm committing for you guys, right? And I'm putting tremendous effort here. So please make sure that you also contribute. 237.6. Yes. So now you can now only you are getting the total distance. Now the total distance to go from waypoint 1 to waypoint 5 is 237 point 6. Right. So what should come here now? Now look at the logic. Okay. I mean, the logic is from waypoint 2 to waypoint 5, how much distance remaining? Waypoint 2 to waypoint 5. Please write down the answer. I need to see what is the answer that which is coming. So distance to go from waypoint 2 to waypoint 5. How much would it be? Exactly, yes. 132.4. You don't have to add all these again. You don't need to add all these. Basically, you have to subtract 237.6, subtract 105.2. So 237.6 minus 105.2 will give you 132.4 because this is already done. Now we are supposed to go from 2 to 5 this distance. So now again subtract 25.2 from 95 miles from 132.4. Then you will be getting waypoint 3 distance to go up to waypoint 5, which is 132.4 minus 95, which is 37.4, and 37.4 minus 25.2 will give you waypoint 4 to waypoint 5, which will be equals to how much? Should be 12.2. 37.4 minus 25.2, which is going to be 12.2. Right? So again, waypoint 4 to waypoint 5 is 12.2. Again, you'll be seeing that last waypoint, you'll be see a blank. So this is what you do. This is how you create the course card. And here, position fixing method, what are you going to use? As you can say GPS, range and bearing, right? Celestial position fixing, or whatever the method that you're going to use, right? Now, if you are doing ocean passage in the middle of the ocean, don't put range and bearing, okay? How are you going to find out range and bearing? So don't just copy and paste or cut and paste whatever is there previously. So you think and put, so in the middle of the ocean, you are going to use GPS. Okay, that's fine, right? Maybe celestial observations. That's also fine, right? By using the sextant, yes. But unless otherwise you are in a coastal passage, don't don't just put range and bearing as the position fixing method in ocean passage. In the middle of the ocean, you don't have any land, so you don't have anything to get the range and bearing. So the fixing interval, I mean, calculating the fixing interval, there is a method which is given in bridge resource management as well. There is a method, and basically, if your examiner asks you how to calculate the position fixing interval, let's say 5 minutes or whatever, right? Basically, this will be given in your SMS, ship, safety management system on board. In the SMS, it is given, right? If it is a coastal passage, what is the minimum position fixing interval? If it is like ocean navigation, what is the position fixing interval? Likewise, it is given in your SMS. So your answer should be, for the examiner, it is given in SMS, right? But there is a way to calculate it as well, which I have to show it when you are doing chart work, right? So there is a way to calculate how much is, so what is the position fixing interval based on the location where your waypoint is. So that is a separate explanation. So are we clear about this course card? I hope everybody is basically okay with this, and I will send you couple of waypoints. So please make sure that you make a course card and put it in the uh, group. Let's see how many of you are going to do it. Okay. If I am also committing to this, you have to commit yourself as well, guys. Right? I'm doing this free of charge. So I expect you to uh, focus and be in the lectures, right? Otherwise, um, my commitment is basically will be in vain, right? Uh, you are paying for the schools about $10,000 or $7,500 or so many thousands of dollars you are paying to learn this. Okay, but what I do for you here is basically I'm teaching you free of charge for you to get benefited instead of paying thousands of dollars. Okay, so I expect you in to be engaged in return as well. So let's see in next couple of sessions how it is. Then we can decide how to move forward. Right. So uh, any questions, guys? ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද? ප්‍රශ්න නැද්ද? Do you have any questions? Even you can ask in Sinhala if you want.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
මේ ගැන නෙමෙයි අර DMP ගැන පොඩි මේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා සර් මේ අවුලන්නේ නැද්ද?
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. අහන්න.
ඔක වැඩි කරපන්. මේකේ හද්ද වෙන්නේ නැහැ.
Yeah, tell me. DMP.
මේ සර් අර DMP එක ගන්නකොට මේ අර මේ D-led එක අතරනේ අපි ගන්න මේ අපි ගන්න. එතකොට සර් අර මේ අපි දැන් අපි දැන් කිව්ව නෝට් එකට 15යි 20යි කියලා. එහේ කියන එක ඒක එතකොට සර් මේ අපි ඒ DMP එක අර ඉක්වේටර් එක ගාවටම ගන්නවනේ. ඒත් එන්නේ එතන මේ පොඩි අවුලක් තියෙනවා මේ මේක මට පොඩ්ඩක් තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ සර් මේ මොකද එහෙම ගන්න හේතුව කියලා අර D-led දෙක අතරට නේද ගන්නවා.
මෙතන
වැඩි
okay, let me talk in Sinhala. Right? DMP එක ගන්නේ latitude දෙකට. නැතුව D-lat එකකට නෙමෙයි. Okay? So DMP දීලා තියෙන්නේ latitude දෙකකට. Latitude A and latitude B එකට. Right? එතකොට මේ දෙක අතර තමයි difference of meridional part කියන එක එන්නේ. දැන් උදාහරණයකට latitude A එක මෙතන latitude B එක මෙතන නම් මේක තමයි DMP එක. Okay? මෙතන මේ වගේ situation එකක මෙතන තමයි DMP එක. Okay? Right. So DMP කියන එක තීරණය වෙන්නේ latitude දෙක අතර නැතුව D-lat එක අතර නෙමෙයි. Somebody's mic is on. Okay. Right. So I'll explain in Sinhala. So DMP කියන එක මේ equator එකට ගන්න ඕනේ කියලා එකක් නෙමෙයි තියෙන්නේ. DMP එක කියන්නේ දැන් උදාහරණයක් අපි D-lat ගත්තේ කොහොමද ගත්තේ? D-lat එක latitude A එකයි latitude B එකයි two different signs නම් ඒ කියන්නේ මෙයා north වල ඉන්නේ මෙයා south නම් ඉන්නේ මෙතනදී එකතු වුණා එහෙම නේද එතකොට DMPත් ඒ වගේමයි මේගොල්ලෝගේ සයින් එකේ හැටියට ඩිෆරන්ස් සයින් නම් ඒ දෙන්න එකතු වෙනවා ඒ කියන්නේ ඩිෆරන්ස් මේ දෙන්න අතර ඩිෆරන්ස් එක මෙච්චරක් තියෙනවනේ ඒක පේනවා somebody's
ඔව් සර් මේ මම තමයි කතා කරේ අපි අර එකට ඉන්නේ මේ
yeah one minute cannot hear you
ඔව් සර් මේ තේරුණා මේ
ඔයාගේ ප්‍රශ්නේ ඕකේද ප්‍රශ්න තේරුණාද
ඔව් සර් දැන් අවුලක් නැහැ මේ හරි ඒ ගැටලුව ඉවරයි
ක්‍රියද නැත්නම් තව ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවද that's okay අහන්න
නෑ සර් කී අවුලක් නැහැ
alright okay so DMP කියන එක මේ latitudes දෙකකට දෙන්නේ නැතුව let me show you the DMP ඒක දෙන්නේ latitude එකකට I think I have let me see whether I have the DMP did I close it alright here you can see so it is given for the latitude okay මේක north and south එක වෙන වෙනම දීලා නැහැ north එකටත් එකයි south එකටත් එකයි okay පැහැදිලි නේද
ඔව් සර් පැහැදිලි
එතකොට සයින් එකේ හැටියට ඔයාට සයින් එක දාගන්න තියෙන්නේ north එක දාගන්නවා south නම් south එක දාගන්නවා ඊට පස්සේ ඒ දෙන්න අතර ඩිෆරන්ස් එක හොයාගන්න alright okay
ඔව් සර්
okay any other questions
නෑ සර් හරි thank you සර් මේ පැහැදිලි
okay mama then I'm going to send you a couple of waypoints I want you to make the course card remember guys this is going to be your job so you have to do it whether you like it or not you have to do it this is not for passing the exam anybody will pass the exam that's not a big deal right and if you're doing it in Sri Lanka and you're doing basically outdated questions but this is your job so make sure that you do the course card and put it in the uh, in the group right if there are no any questions then we'll wind up any more questions guys any more questions then shall we wind up තව ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි නවත්තන්න පුළුවන් alright so no any questions so we'll stop there alright guys
Okay,
so
sir.
good night
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Much, sir.
good night sir thank you
Good night, sir. Thank you.
Good night, sir.
good night